Well, hi guys. Three things. That's three. Three things to start off before we get into the video. Number one, I look amazing. Yes, thank you for thinking it. I could feel that. I could hear your fingers clicking away about to comment it. You don't have to. I know it. But hey, if you still want to leave a comment saying so, I appreciate the validation. Number two, Autumn, I need your trailer reaction video. Autumn, when are you posting your video with your thoughts about the trailer? Autumn, where is your analysis of the TVL trailer? I do love the enthusiasm. I do. A, you know I never work that fast. I make long ass videos. It takes me a long time. Patience. B, I have a sneaking suspicion that Bigger and Better is on its way to us. So, with that suspicion out there, I'm going to hold off on trailer discussion until that Bigger and Better potentially does arrive to us. Because I just feel like if my woo-woo thoughts are correct, whatever we get next will completely blow everything that this trailer had out of the water. We're gonna have to pack up our little girl panties, okay? We have to put those away. We're gonna have to buy the full coverage women's briefs. All right, for what's coming, potentially, maybe. Who knows? Trailer discussion happening. Just patience. Dearest, patience. Number three, and most excitingly, so obviously season 3 is coming. I'm gonna be making my little silly videos. And as I was thinking about what I wanted to do this go around, I was kind of inspired by this guy right here, this lovely piece of artwork by my dear friend Sydney Dean. Go check her out on Instagram. All the comments and DMs and questions I received over the past year about this and who did that, where they can get one, where they can find that person's shop and see the rest of their art. And so I was thinking, hey, why not try to do a similar thing for other artists out there as season 3 approaches? And I'm probably gonna get just a couple more eyeballs on those videos because if we have last season's numbers to go on, I think I can count on like 10 or 15 extra people tuning in. I'm gonna have a little series of videos reviewing each episode. I'm gonna have submitted fan art that people can submit. Artists can submit up to 5 pieces. I have a prompt if you want to create something original and just feel inspired to do something original, but it doesn't have to be. Any fan art that you have out there, I would prefer it to be, associated with the current season, but you can submit up to 5, so do whatever you want to. But it's going to be in the background of the specific series of videos. At the end, I'm going to have a close-up of all of the featured art with the socials, shop, whatever you want. At the end of the video, in the description, I'll do a social media post and everything. Because, we have such a richly talented fan base. I'm just amazed by what I see every single day, scrolling through Instagram and everything that people come up with. This. I don't even know who did this. If you did this, chime off. It's incredible. My buddy got it for me for my birthday. I love it. So yeah, if you feel like submitting, I'm going to have a link in the description. I have the link in my YouTube bio. I have the link in my Instagram bio. If you maybe would think it was cool to have your art in the background of some of my videos, and then I'll do a video at the very end of the season with all the art, just kind of, just trying to get more eyes on it and everything like that. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll quit yapping and we'll cut to me, doing my thing and yapping. Well, hello there. Welcome to my bathtub. I was lying here, pondering life, when my friend had messaged me to tell me that Dancing with Myself by the Vampire Lestat was released. So I decided, since I'm just sitting here anyways, I might as well take a listen. And yes, I do sometimes just sit in my bathtub. No water. Because I'm just so impressed by the fact that I finally own a bathtub that I can put my entire legs in. All the way straight. It's like having my own chaise longue. Lounge. How do you pronounce it, guys? I don't know. I'm afraid of Americans. I tried filming a reaction to the trailer earlier today, and it's unusable.
LOL. How fun. I had the wrong audio input on, so none of the audio was recorded. Anyways, I started listening to the song, and I thought to myself, well, I didn't get the trailer reaction, but maybe I can get a song listening reaction. Never done one of these before, so we'll see how it goes. Because from the first couple lines, there's enough intrigue in me to be curious where the rest of the song goes. Because it's not what I was anticipating. So let's give it a listen, shall we? Or shall we not? I don't know. Love this song, Jesus.
On the floor of Tokyo, or down in London town to go. With the record selection and the mirror's reflection, I'm dancing with myself.
Like that. That's when I said, It's almost, it sounds trying to be experimental, trying to do something different with the song. I don't know, it's kind of lackadaisical. It's slam poetry-esque, which I was not expecting. So I'm curious if that means like we're gonna build then to like a screaming, raging rock, or what? But intriguing nonetheless. Compels me, damn it. Wonderful timbre though. God. Okay. Getting more of the claps, more of the... Okay. He's doing crazy things with this. I don't know. It sounds to me like an artist trying to find their voice and doing a bunch of different things to see what sticks and what works. I don't know. This is fascinating. Okay, we're gonna have a little breakdown. Maybe. He's got a great voice. What was that? What was that? Okay, so we're building, like I said, we're building to something. What did he say? Back to the oven? Like it's underbaked? It needs more time in the oven to develop? Is that what this is? Is that what he is? All right. Background voices going up.
If I looked all over the world, and there's every type of girl, but I didn't hear that right. Did I?
trap remix. Not in the cards. No. The tarot reader did not warn me about this. She did not. She cut my hair. She gave me a beer. She said that there was success in my path. She did not tell me this, though. We gotta take it back. I didn't hear that right. I made that up. My brain went into a spasm and I made it up. Okay. We're gonna take it back. The way he says that.
If I look all over the world, and there's every type of girl, but your empty eyes seem to pass me by, leave me dancing with myself. So let's sing another drink, 'cause it'll give me time to think. If I had the chance, I'd ask the world to dance, and I'd be dancing with myself.
And where are we going from here? Where are we going?
Dancing with myself.
Okay, return to form. Okay. This is fun. What was the trap shit? Huh. This is too loud for this time of night. I can't express myself in the way that I want to express myself because I don't want to wake up my neighbors. And this hard-ass tile and these tall-ass ceilings. And that glass-ass mirror and my marble-ass sink. It's all hard surfaces. And if I scream, I'll wake up everybody in this new apartment complex. It's not a complex. It's a mansion. I live in a castle. I'm a little princess. What the fuck was that? Okay. I'm perplexed. I'm going to have to listen to this so many times to understand the journey that we are going on here. Because he's got we all know he's got a great voice. And it's on full display here. So I'm curious to see what the context of this is within the show, because this feels, like I said, like an artist who hasn't found their voice yet, which, given it's a cover, so that would make sense. If you're covering someone else's work, you're doing somebody else. You're not doing your own original music. You're not doing your own original thing. However, with that, obviously doing some very original accompaniment to this song. So trying to copy, take someone else's work, but make it your own. So not finding yourself yet. So maybe that's what this is. If this is a genuine effort on the Vampire Lestat's behalf, I don't know that I'm sold. I'm gonna have to listen to it a couple more times. Wow, what the fuck with Drama? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. We're just gonna take a little sippy sip of this and try to reorient a little bit. Why was there a trap remix have a lot of fun with Long Face and I'll Fall Down. I am having fun with this, but not in the same way. Not in the same way. But I gotta listen to this again. I gotta get another hit of this before I do that, though.
Or down in London town to go with the record selection.
To go like Tokyo to go. The way the notes do that, I don't know enough about musical theory to voice what I think it's trying to, but it's taking the note down like that. Like it doesn't match the high, it doesn't flow with the high energy of the guitar and the drums and the fast beat of the music. It feels like you're slowing things down, you're taking things down, and it's unsettling a bit.
The record selection and the mirror's reflection, I'm dancing with myself.
And even with the record selection and the mirror's reflection, adding these high point inflections in the midpoints of these lines. The record selection and the mirror's reflection, good selection and the mirror's reflection. That's strange. He's doing strange musical things in here. Strange musical things. You see, but that's Billy Idol. That's how those two lines were how it's more in tune with how it's originally sung.
Well, I wait so long for my love vibration and I'm dancing with myself.
I do love the way he and maybe it's just because I love the song so much, so I'm like just so used to how Billy Idol sings it. So when he sings it more in line with how Billy Idol sings it, I'm like, this is fantastic. This is amazing. Like, I loved that. Let me listen to that again.
Time to go with the record selection and the mirror's reflection. I'm dancing with myself when there's no one else inside. In the crowded lonely night.
God, fuck me up. God, I love it.
I wait so long for my love vibration and I'm dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. Well, there's nothing to lose and there's nothing to prove when I'm dancing with myself.
Because, I mean, there's a difference between, you know, the little things that he's doing where he's like, and there's nothing to prove. You know, just adding a little bit more emphasis on a syllable or something versus what he was doing with the first 4 lines of this song.
If I looked all over the world and there's
Again, the music, okay, the music in the back, it changes it up for this one. Let me hear that again.
if I looked all over the world and
Okay, and obviously, like, we were changing up the music in the background, going to the clap, and I do like that lead in of if I looked all over the world. Don't know if I'm sold on the musical change up though. But again, maybe it's because I'm just such a purist to the original.
there's every type of girl, but you're empty as seem to pass me by. Let me dancing with myself. So
Love.
another drink, 'cause it'll give me time.
Does that not give you a little bit of Bob Dylan? Sink another drink.
So let's take another drink. Dancing with myself. Dancing with myself.
See, I'm having fun with this. Loving this.
Nothing to prove when I'm dancing with myself.
The way his voice said dancing with myself. No, Autumn, that wasn't good. Such a deep, resonant tone to his voice. It's just gorgeous. Classic build up here. This is where we get weird, and this is where I'm scared. This is where I get scared. Prepare.
If I looked all over the world, and there's every type of girl, but your empty eyes seem to pass me by, leave me dancing with myself. So let's sing another drink, 'cause it'll give me time to think.
Okay. Hear me out. I don't think I like the voices in the background with this. I think without the voices, though, no. Autumn, no. Maybe I could come around to the trap. No. This is the guy you went to college with. You're at the frat party. He's really cool. He makes his own music. He's got his own little sound system set up in the closet of his dorm room. He's got that sense of je ne sais quoi about him, you know? Like, he's not out there drinking the Red Bull and vodka. He's not out doing the keg stands, all right? He's made himself a filthy martini. Absolutely, like the blue cheese stuffed olives kind, okay? But he's like down to make everyone one. He's not exclusionist, okay? He wants everyone to partake. He just wants everyone to have a good time. He's Good Time Joe, okay? And he says, guys, I've been working on something that I'm really proud of. And you think, oh my God, I've heard this guy's stuff. Like, I've heard his poetry in literature class, and it's really good. It's really compelling. Like, I can't wait to hear what type of song he comes up with. And he brings out his disco track and his DJ board, whatever you call that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And he starts playing this. And you listen, and you slowly start to realize, I don't think that condom I packed in my purse is gonna get used tonight. But that's okay. Okay, let's keep going.
And if I had the chance, I'd ask the world to dance, and I'd be dancing with myself.
That's fun. I love the screams, but we're back to normal. Like this sounds like someone having fun at the end here. Like this final little chorus singing, which this is a fun song. It's all about like, okay, no one's gonna fucking dance with me. Dance with myself. It's a lonely song. It's very fitting for Lestat, actually. Like going around the world, going around Tokyo, London with this girl. No one's gonna dance with him. Well, fine. Fuck you. I'm dancing with myself. Kind of seems to be where he's at right now. Oh my God. I'm just thinking about like, remember when Louis and Lestat used to dance? They used to dance together. We saw it. We saw the glimpses. Season 1. You remember. We all remember. And now what's he doing? He's dancing with himself. I do think it's interesting to put emphasis on the prove. I have nothing to prove. Kind of seems like you have something to prove, though. Like, what are we doing here if we have nothing to prove? What are we doing here? If I had a chance, that is the world to dance. If I had a chance, that is the world to dance. If I had a chance, that is the world. He really would, though, wouldn't he? If he had the chance, he would ask the world to dance. It's my Brett Prince. I don't know. It's like going. This song is very obviously quite multifaceted, different faces throughout. And there's moments where it seems like he's like finding a rhythm and having fun, which is the whole point of the song. And there's moments where it's like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like he's maybe in his head or maybe trying to, like aware. Again, going back to this just feels like an artist's early work where they're trying to figure out, like when they start to let go is when they really start to shine a little bit. And then maybe when they're realizing they're shining, trying to overproduce in their head or like keep that going, and then it doesn't come off as spontaneous or real. Interesting. Love to hear a man scream. Much to think about, much to consider. If I had the chance, I'd ask the world to dance. Okay, wow. What a cover. Not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting at all. Yeah, and then when I was watching the trailer, I mean, they used the more normal bits in the trailer, and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to hear this. Like the Vampire Lestat and Billy Idol covering Dancing with Myself. I dance with myself all the time to that song, genuinely. This is not what I was expecting. And that's not to say any which way about the matter. It's just unexpected. I'm going to have to sit. I'm going to have to soak in this tub with all of that for a little bit and listen to it a few more times and try to figure out what the fuck. What the fuck? Trouble. All right. Well, hope you guys had fun with this. Sorry I don't have a trailer reaction video. My B, guys. My B.
All right. Is it my turn to speak? Is it my flippin' turn to... I never get to talk around here. Hi. Hello. What do you think of the setup? It's not all the way there yet, but it's on its way. This is such a funny video to edit through because, okay, here's the deal. A little bit of preface to this. I love Billy Idol. Obviously, I read the books after season 1. So as I'm reading the books, when I'm envisioning the characters, I am kind of envisioning who we have in the show in my mind as it's playing out, as I'm reading the text and everything. So obviously, I've got Sam as my Lestat in my mind. But as I was reading the Vampire Lestat, I'd always kind of meshed together. Like, Billy Idol was my guy. Like, that's who I thought. I was like, you know who the Vampire Lestat would really resonate with? Billy Idol. And then when this cover was coming out, I was like, holy fucking shit. This show was made for me. So going into this, I was like, the Vampire Lestat covering Billy Idol. I am more down than the Dow fucking Jones. All right. Call me Antarctica. I'm so fucking down. This is going to be the easiest home run they could conceive of. Nearly. Like a straight up Bowie cover, that would have done it. Or Curveball, Lana Del Rey. If we ever had that, I'd die on the spot. And as you saw from this video, this was not what I expected. And once I finished recording that, I was like, what the fuck? How did I not like that? It was so easy. Like, what? This doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't compute. The synapses in my brain, they weren't firing at all. They were icing over. It would call me Antarctica. It was frozen landscape in here. And I woke up the next day. And did I think I should go to the bathroom? I should brush my teeth. You should have some breakfast. No. First thought was, why didn't I like the Dancing with Myself cover? And I listened to it again and I was like, no, I still don't like it. And I listened to it again and I was like, no, I still don't like it. And I was like, well, I'm not listening to this anymore. But then I couldn't stop listening to it. And I couldn't stop listening to it. And I kept listening to it. And I kept listening to it. And I don't know if I'm just like fucking Lestat pilled or whatever. Daddy, I love him. But I've done I won't say I've done a 180 on the song, because I'm battling within myself. I've done a 90. I've done a 90-degree turn on the song. No, I've done a 180. I've done a 120. I've done a 120. You see, I'm still battling even now. But I think I'm watching myself, listening to it, reacting to it, and I'm like, you don't know how to fun. Where's your whimsy? Let go. Release the control. Let life take over. Let the Vampire Lestat take over. Half the time I listen to this song, I think to myself, yeah, this is fun. Why the fuck is that trap remix in there? And then the other half, I'm like, the trap remix is the best part of the song. There should have been more. They should have extended it. It should have happened after the first bridge. Now, I still maintain, and this is based on absolutely nothing, so watch me be completely wrong once the season comes out, but I still feel like maybe this is going to be an early submission in the Vampire Lestat, the band's repertoire of songs. Because as I said, I don't know, it still feels like a band trying to figure out their sound, but maybe not. Maybe this is later on and they figured it out and they're like, yeah, we're going to fuck around and take this beloved song and do a bunch of crazy shit with it because I'm the Vampire Lestat and that's what I want to do. So fuck you. Like, the more I've thought about it, I'm like, you know what? He would. The Vampire Lestat would have a trap remix in Dancing with Myself, because why not? Is that what you would expect? Clearly not. No. Who would think of that? Who would conceive of that? Just a brain as time and trauma and corrupted, addled as his. Why? You don't, there's not an answer. Why does he do anything that he does? That's the ultimate question. So, you know what? All of that being said, Long Face is so fun. All Fall Down, I want a full version of it. I love All Fall Down. However, out of the 3 songs released, this is what I've listened to the most. This is the one that I've listened to the most. I listened to it today when I was getting ready for work. You see this eyeshadow? You think I put that on in silence? No. I was listening to Dancing with Myself by the Vampire Lestat. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Maybe this is just proof that he can do whatever he wants to do, and I will nod along and say, sure, babe. Whatever you want, you can have. But I don't know. I'm perplexed with myself as much as I am with the song. Also, to go along with more reasoning why I think that maybe this is early career for the band and everything gelling together. And once again, I would like to reiterate, I know nothing about music. So take everything that I say with 10,000 grains of salt. All right. Enough to warrant you a small village in ancient Roman times. All right. That's how much salt we're talking. But there's a quality to the song that, like, for example, the guitar, there's like a bit more distortion to it. And I might not be using the right words or terminology, but this is just how I'm interpreting it all versus the original. And more of like the chanting in the background and the background vocals. I feel like with Long Face and All Fall Down, there was a lot more production sound, like obvious production, like All Fall Down. You've got the kind of trumpets and brass and big band feel to it. Similar with Long Face, this does feel more garage bandy. So that's kind of another reason why I just feel like it feels more starting out and kind of amateurish and a fun, bright, new, like I have a new vision to share with the world on this old song, you know. But again, I could be so full of my own shit, I've got sepsis. Who knows? They don't call me Autumn Brown for nothing. And I mean, I touched on this a little bit, but I think thematically as well, the content of the song is essentially, him saying, you know what? I really don't need you. I can dance with myself. Like, fine. I can do fine all on my own. Do we think that's the case? No. But then also, like, releasing a cover. We have an established song. Well, here's my version of it.
we have an established story. Louis' story via Daniel, via the Telemasca. And then Lestat says, well, here's my version of it. So with that in mind, if I'm thinking about, kind of musical journey as we go along throughout the season and what is going to be dredged up as he's creating these songs as he goes along, this feels like an initial lash out. This feels like a fuck you. And I don't think that's where we're going to necessarily end. But who knows? With that, yeah. What do you think?
If I looked all over the world, and there's every type of girl, but your empty eyes seem to pass me by, leave me dancing with myself. So let's sing another drink, 'cause it'll give me time to think.